Hi, this is Two Girls Talking. I'm Audrey as usual,
And I'm
this is
Capri.
Capri.
And I have my glasses on today too.
Happy New Year to all our wonderful fans out there. And I
Yes.
hope the sixth day of the new year will bring joy to you the rest of the year. So, now, enough of that. Let's go on.
Let's get right to it, honey.
Okay.
I can't wait. Let's cut to the chase, as they say.
Okay.
Oh, Roger, Bob, Miss Demetria. We have a new housewife. Well, she ain't a wife, honey. Who knows if she'll ever become one? Not at the rate this is happening. 7 to 8 years being somebody's date. Woo, 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 as they would say in LA. Woo,
Well,
woo, woo.
Listen here.
Honey,
You know what?
Roger Bob's a smooth operator.
Well, he certainly is a smooth operator.
A smooth
The thing about it is, you know what? Men will be men. And you know what? Money can bring him to women. That's the truth. I mean, nationally.
You mean money can bring the women to him? Like a saying they say, listen, honey, you will never lose women chasing money, but you'll lose money chasing women. So let the women chase him, honey. That's what's
Well,
happening.
you know what? Let's get on to the juicy part, honey. Why he got two women. And of course, this all happened where? At Candy's party. Okay?
Candy's
That's
sex
what's gonna
toy
come
party
out.
at that.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
So we're going to talk about it and the reaction of some of the women that are there when they heard that news.
Now, I must say, I like Miss Demetria. Demetria, I like you. However, I do believe there's a bit of, what's the word? I think that there's a little bit of a confusion there. 7 to 8 years, she seems to think that, you know.
Well, what do you mean she
she's
seems
a
to think?
woman.
Obviously, he made her feel that way.
Well,
I don't think we
he
are
did
not,
tell Kenya. You're right.
Women-
he
women,
did say,
we
"That's
are-
my woman.
Exactly.
That's my woman."
It's
No,
like,
then you said
we're
made her
not
feel that way. I don't know.
We're not
Under the cover-
delusionary. We're not delusionary. He told her. He said, "Listen here, you my boo, you my baby." He told it on national TV to Kenya. So guess what? Of course, Mr. Demetria is not crazy, but hey, he figured he'd go ahead and say it anyway because 7 to 8 years he feel like he obligated. But hey, he forgot. He got another boo on the side. Ain't that something?
Now,
All right.
granted, supposedly this happened. What did she say? Like sometimes they're on and on and off, on and off, on and off. So this may have been one of the offs. You know, it was 2 years ago, and perhaps it was during an off. However, I can't recall her name. I'm sorry, girlfriend. You looked fabulous with your blue hair. Many people can't rock that, honey, but you were working it. Blue, I'll call her. She did say that he mentioned her.
I know.
He mentioned Demetria to her and said
In
that she
Vegas.
was just his artist.
Right, in Vegas. So obviously, whatever happens in Vegas, he
Supposed
doesn't
to
know
stay
how.
in Vegas.
He doesn't know how to shut it up. Obviously, so he don't know the rule about Vegas. But Miss Thing was very much right on there. That's why she kept saying, "How long now? You kind of on and off, a year and a half." So she was getting to the specifics of letting people know, "Hey, I'm dating this mofo." You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah, I got to take my glasses off. We're in sunny
Honey.
Florida. We're on the beach. It's
Well, yes,
beautiful.
we're on the
I
beach,
got to take it off so
but
I can see my peach.
you see it ain't that sunny now.
Beautiful. How you guys doing out there
you
in
talking about
Wonderland?
sunny Florida? It is dusk. The night is falling.
night is
we
falling.
figure we give y'all a different little atmosphere, honey. Yes, we are in white. We can do
Yes.
that. We can do that white in Florida all year
And
round.
it's the New Year, so we brought it out for you guys. All white. This is our all white party.
But back to the right? Like Puppy does. But back to the stuff. Now, listen, producers, I'm loving this storyline. I'm loving this Roger Bob stuff. I'm loving Demetria, howbeit maybe a little too trusting, but I like her. Okay? I thought she was gonna be a little bit shade. Miss Demetria. I thought she was gonna let Kenya have it. I thought she was going to be one of those obsessive and let Kenya have it. But I like the way that turned out. I like the addition of Demetria. Now,
Let's
with that
move on.
said,
Yes.
please do a serious subtraction. Portia, take her out, deduct her, give her the boot, whatever y'all got to do. Miss Portia is on my last nerve, and I think everyone else. She's on my last nerve. Let me tell you.
Please
Miss
do.
Portia is so. There's a few adjectives. Angry, temperamental. The word of today also. The other time I did misogynist. Today the word is imbecile. I must use that with Portia. That word means that you really are quite like beyond ignorance.
So
And the reason why I say
should she
this,
wear a
reason
blonde
why-
wig and blue eyes to be an imbecile?
No.
Okay.
No. It doesn't mean that you have a blonde moment. It's
Okay.
beyond that.
Okay.
It's actually embarrassing, honey. Listen, remember the season she came on, they went to visit the historical black church in Savannah, and that's when Miss Thing said that she thought that, oh, where are the tracks for the Underground Railroad? Because she thought the Underground Railroad, mind you, that Harriet Tubman, and all that came through. She thought the Underground Railroad was really a track, honey. Like she was going to be in New York. Wonder where's the subway, honey? Catch the two. Where was the two train running?
I guess in her brain, underground and railroad means
No. Let me tell you
You
something.
see what I'm saying?
Let me tell you
She's
something.
not putting it together two and two in here. You know what I'm
No,
saying? She's a little
Forget two and two. It's embarrassing.
Oh, well.
It's embarrassing. She spouts on and talks about and so proud of her lineage. And I bet her grandfather's rolling around the grave. He must be rolling around his grave because he was a civil rights leader. And this is beyond, like I said, it's beyond ignorance. This is no excuse.
Well, let's
now,
move on because she's
moving on
boring
to
to
these
me
seasons,
right
she's
now.
mucho boring. Miss
Yes.
Thing is angry. She has like
I'm
zip-zap storyline.
I'm done with Portia. Right now, I want to move on. I want to move on.
Thank you
and
for
I
Demetra.
Yes, I want
Please
to move
X
on
out
to,
Portia. No, I must say this, and Miss Portia also is. I have to say this. Miss Portia also is an LGBT hater. For all you don't know who LGBT means, that means, okay, that is the gay community. Lesbian, bisexual, gay. That's what LGBT means.
Well, LGBT.
And listen.
LGBT.
All I'm saying is this. What
and
I'm saying
S.
is this. Look, what I'm saying
Straight.
is this.
It doesn't matter.
Listen,
Everybody. She's a hater with everyone.
Listen, yes, Miss Thing was caught on tape at some church telling people we gotta save the gays and this and the lesbian. This is what I have to say to Portia and all the people who feel that way, but particularly Portia. Your glam squad, your makeup artists, your hairdressers, all kinds of people behind the scenes, people who give you checks, honey, and help you look good.
They run the
all right?
business.
They're a part
They
of that
run the
community.
business.
And that's an incredible slap in the face for one. And number two, it's discrimination again. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's talk about. I want to talk
Go ahead.
about Cynthia and her hubby finding this new place. What is it? Bar One or
Bar One. Yeah,
Bar
they have
One.
to have Bar
So
One.
of course, they go
Honey,
and
every
look at this
season
new
is something.
place.
It's something with Peter every season.
Okay,
Every season.
and I just think Peter wants her to be partner now because he's run out of ideas. This is how I personally feel. And having his wife join him as a partner and being on television and bringing that oomph to things, we're helping. You know what? He's got, I think he has ideas. But it's her husband, so I guess he can do whatever he needs to do to drum up business.
Listen.
But what I do like is, I do like the idea where they have the place. It's a black historical area, and so therefore, it's probably going to work. It's a new year, and Bar One should be Bar. Forget about the one. Now it's her and him, so it should just be Bar.
Listen, I don't know. You mentioned that Peter name. I'm not feeling Mr. Peter too tough. I'm beyond the wheel. I'm not feeling Mr. Peter too tough. I don't like the way he speaks to women in general.
Yes.
His wife included. I don't like the way he speaks to women in general. All right? As a female, it's very insulting, and I think he's more than abrasive.
Well, he acts like
he loves to cut up women.
reprimanding
honey.
his wife.
But
You
he
know what I
did
mean?
it. He
But
did it
guess
with
what?
Nene. He did it with Candy. Honey, he almost got into a fight with Candy.
He is-
Okay,
he
now
is a
everything is
control
lala,
freak.
but I don't.
He's
I really don't
he's
like
a
that.
control
I don't like
freak,
that at all.
and he bursts
I
out
don't like it
in
at all.
spurs and get mad. But you know
let
what?
him have it,
I
honey.
got something to say to him. I gotta come
Brethren,
closer.
yes, please
I'm gonna come
so that the
closer.
brethren know what
Listen
time
here.
it is.
Mr. Peter.
Yes.
Cool your runnings now. And when you try bad up the girl them for, you think you're bad cause you're J.A.? Well, let me tell you something. You're lucky them not tell you too, Ross. Stop it.
Alright.
I just had to say
Moving
that.
on.
Let him know. Yeah.
Moving on. Candy. Listen, Candy had Miss Claudia on her show, The Candy Coated Nights. Woohoo! Honey. And the question was, I understand Mr. Todd Tucker made it up. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. It could be hint, hint, hint to the threesome. But the question was, what would you rather do? What would you do for $50? The question was to Claudia. Tongue kiss Candy.
No. $500.
Right?
It was $500.
No, 50, honey, 50. I think it was 50, honey. We own this 50 like 50 cents. I think it was 50.
$500. Well, 55.
Okay.
Hey.
What a 5,500 could be. A kiss Candy, tongue kiss Candy, and a few other things. Miss Thing picked that. Miss Thing
Of
picked
course
that,
she does.
and,
Because she's smart.
And Mr. Tucker was applauding,
She's
applauding,
smart.
applauding.
She's smart. She's
Applauding.
on her show. And of course she's got to, give her a little dab, rub her a little bit.
No.
But yes, I
I
think
think
so.
it was more than that.
No,
honey,
I don't
it was
think it
more
don't
than
make
that.
any more
Honey, there's a
of it
lot
than
of
it
women
is.
who would kiss Miss Candy.
No,
That's
no.
all I got to
It's
say.
not even. I don't think it's about that. I think Claudia
There's
knows.
a lot of women who would kiss
She
Miss
knows
Candy.
publicity very well. She's
No,
been.
I
Around,
think-
she's been around a little
I
bit,
think-
so she knows what to do.
I think Claudia's
She
a fun
knows what to
sport.
do.
I think Claudia's a fun
She is
sport.
a fun
I think
person.
she's adventurous. Clearly, she's adventurous. And she's good.
Yeah, but you know what I don't like about Claudia though?
What?
I know you say she's adventurous
What?
and all that, but to me, Claudia came to when she was at the party, and Nene said she was being introduced to Nene, and she says, "Oh, I met you before," and Nene goes, "Yeah, I met you a while back." Nene just brushed it off, and Claudia came to her, confronted her, and said, "Can I talk to you like that?" And Nene said, what's going on?" And she says, "We did meet before like that." And then he says, yeah, we met before, and that's it. So what do you want, basically? But to me, I think Claudia should have left it alone. It's almost like she wanted that little spit ice thing going on. You know why? Because people, wait a minute, yes, people let her in on how Miss Nene is. But Miss Nene ain't got no time for her. Miss Nene is like, listen here. Yes, but Claudia I guess Claudia felt insulted because of the way she just brushed her off. She just
No,
like-
let me tell you something. No, I like that Claudia had enough kahunas, had enough nerve and ballsy-act, because Claudia does have ballsy-act, and I like that, to do that. And she's good people. Just like the way what down was Portia. Miss Portia trying to act like she ain't brushed her.
Well, I don't know yet. Let's see. Let's see.
No.
We don't know.
Claudia did not like the way Nene just... Because like she said, when she met Nene before, everything was all cream and gravy. It was cool. And then all of a sudden, she's feeling that she is the marked one. You know what I'm saying? She got the X on her forehead because she's hanging out with Kenya.
Well, you know what?
Who is fabulous? Who is fabulous, honey? Who is fabulous? So if Kenya ain't enough,
But you know what?
Kenya's fabulous.
Nene sometimes can be that way. And the thing about
Nene,
it is,
yeah,
the thing about it,
yeah.
I guess Nene has maybe a little insecurity with certain type of female, how they look. But I think you're all right, Nene. Don't worry about it. You got it going on, girl. Don't even stop that, okay? Hey, do you, and they'll do you. Hey, talking about, my girl there, Miss Black America.
Oh, Kenya.
Kenya. Let's talk about her aunt. Isn't her aunt delicious? Aunt is so cute. She's so funky. You know what I mean? She's one of those. You know what? I know in the 70s. Her aunt was rocking it, honey.
What do you
She
mean in
was
the
rocking that
70s?
No, she's
Honey,
rocking it.
she's still rocking
She's
it.
rocking it
In the
now. No, she's
millennium.
rocking it now, but I know in the 70s. I can see her back in the
Honey,
day.
she's
The
still rocking
trendsetter.
it.
The trendsetter as she
Oh.
is.
Oh.
I see where my girl get it from. No wonder
Yes.
she became Miss Black America.
Ooh.
It's a fine family. Go on, y'all, with your bad chocolate selves. Loving it.
Listen, you know what? The great thing about it is that her aunt is beautiful inside and out. This woman really, really guides Kenya the right way.
No, she
You
did.
know, and
She did.
even
She
when,
did.
and even in the midst of all of that craziness, which it really is, because I think there's a lot of hateration, holleration going on towards Kenya, honey. I really do, like
Okay.
Mary J. Blige said. I think there's a lot of hateration,
That
holleration
may
going
be
on
true,
towards Kenya.
but you know what? But
Wait.
Kenya put some of that on herself. She loved the sis, as I said. She loves the gossip, and she loves all that. So, in spite of all people hating her, Kenya kind of like sting a little bit too. So, hey, she gets some back that she
Okay.
put out.
Now
But they
let's-
do hate on her. But you know what? Let's move on. I want to move on to Phaedra and her husband. Do you see what's happening?
I'm not surprised.
Do you know? Do you see?
I'm not surprised.
She got people to put a
I'm
fence
not
in
surprised.
to bar out him. She said, you know, now that he's going to jail, you know what? I need some protection so people don't walk up in here. I believe it's him. And then he come walking up in here, and she act like he was a stranger. He said, well, who are these people?
Well, let me tell you
He said,
something.
wait a minute. He said, who are these people? And she said, I'm putting in a fence. And she says, he said, well, nobody told me like that. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't need to tell you. You know what? It's a sad shame. Don't you know you are her lap boy? I'm
me tell you
sorry, lap husband.
You know
it's
what?
different.
But
Husband
listen,
and boy is different.
listen.
She gets to keep you as the husband.
Listen, I'm not crazy about Phaedra. However, Apollo's a nut. All right, I'm just saying the way it is. I can't sugarcoat it, candy cut or whatever. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. That's Apollo, and you don't know what you're getting. Apollo can be a nut.
Right.
And this guy, mind you, is the guy who strung up and beat up the other season, was getting ready to what do you call it, do on Kenya's best friend, Brandon, who Brandon I love. Out of all the friends on that show, out of all the people, he is the friend. Kenya, you are blessed 2-3 times over having an aunt like you do, and definitely having that friend Brandon. He is wonderful. Now, as far as back to Mr. Apollo, he's a nut. So I don't blame Phaedra being concerned about his reaction, because he really can react that way.
Well, listen,
however, Phaedra knew what she was getting into, girlfriend.
Of course she did.
Now she's trying to all pull back like, oh, it's this and that, his fault and all that. Not
Exactly.
saying he doesn't have to accept accountability, but girlfriend was all shocking him 2 and 3 days out of jail.
Listen here.
Like you said.
Listen here. The thing
and all
about
up with
it
him
is
in the waterbed or
They are
whatever. The blow-up
birds.
bed in the
They're
project.
birds of a feather flock together.
Hello?
However,
Hello?
she just got a wonderful
Hello?
award for being a successful lawyer, and that made her feel good. And on that note, we gotta go, guys. We're gonna see you next time here on Two Girls Talking. Okay?
Oh, there's
I'm
so
Capri,
much.
and of course,
No, you're Andrea.
no, I'm Capri.
Capri.
We're switching.
Oh, no,
And
let's
this is
not do that,
Andrea.
honey.
No, I'm
Let's not do
Andrea.
that.
This is Capri. And our next time Two Girls Talking, tune us in. Okay?
All right.
Peace out. Two girls talking. That's our theme song. Two girls talking. It's two girls.
I'll wear my sunglasses at night. All right.
I'm giving you Luther
Oh, yeah.
talking.